Hi guys, I'm here at the EA Winter Showcase and I'm joined by Raj, who's the producer for Command & Conquer 4. Thanks for joining us, Raj.
Oh, my absolute pleasure. Thanks for coming and spend some time with us today.
Cool, so just give us a quick overcap of what Command & Conquer 4 is all about and kind of how you've advanced the series from the last version.
All right, in Command & Conquer 4, from a story perspective, we're tying up the loose ends of the Tiberian saga. 15 years been developing this, this rivalry between GDI and the Brotherhood of Nod. Now you have Kane coming in GDI saying, hey, let's band together. Obviously, we expect that he's got a trick up his sleeve, but trying to tie up the loose ends, incorporating a lot of the story points actually from the community as well, and trying to give the fans something, a nice payoff after 15 years of developing the story between GDI, the Brotherhood of Nod, and Tiberium.
Tell us a little bit about the three classes, kind of how do they play differently, and I guess how does that affect the gameplay when you're playing co-op with friends?
Previously, you kind of had all your different ways to play all at once, and you kind of chose your pathway through. Now you're making the decision ahead of time, saying, okay, do I want to be the offensive class? Do I want big tanks, heavy walkers, be on the front lines, bring my crawler up to the front lines and support everybody? Do I want to be defensive? Hang back a little bit, build some defensive structures, giving the people who like to build up their bases an opportunity to actually build some structures for themselves and kind of have more of a defensive play. Or do you want to be support? Heavily aircraft based, supporting your other players on the field. You have buff and debuff systems that the support class can actually use. So there's really kind of different ways to play, but like what we were talking about earlier, what I didn't touch upon is you build up your units, say you want to replace them. You can select them, hit the delete key, or go into the stance selector and decommission those units, build more units to replace them. At the same time with your crawlers, you may have deployed as your offensive class. But say you're in a situation you think your defensive class will actually be stronger in that situation, kill off your crawler, redeploy as one of the other classes, say defensive or support class, and then come back in and play as that way. You keep your original units, your command points that were out on the field are still out on the field, and basically some of your upgrades that were counting towards your original crawler now can count towards your new class crawler. So really, it gives you an option to kind of choose the angle of play that you want to take ahead of time, working together with your other teammates. But if you find that you think that one of the other classes is going to work better in that situation, just come back, redeploy as that class. So you don't have to jump out of the match entirely or be stuck as one particular class for any specific match. You can jump back, jump out, or not jump out really, but just kill your crawler off, redeploy, and get back into the match the way that you want.
Okay, so the match type that we played was all about capturing and kind of commanding the Tiberian control network nodes. Can you tell us a little bit about that mode and what other match types will be in the game?
Yeah, so that's domination mode. You control the 5 different control nodes around the map, and the first team up to 2,500 points. So obviously that number will be tailorable based on how we kind of balance the game. But the first team to that score basically wins that match. And how you get there is really based upon how you guys kind of work together, how you go through upgrading using that crystal capture gameplay strategy. We are looking at other gameplay modes. Currently, we are going out with domination mode for multiplayer. So it's really how you work together with the other team to capture those 5 different gameplay modes. Obviously, different gameplay modes are something that we're heavily looking into right now.
So why have you decided to kind of steer away from the resource management side of kind of harvesting Tiberium and I guess you've added the crystal collection mode, so can you kind of tell us a little bit about that and kind of what's some of the team points that you can unlock and share with your team as a result of collecting the Tiberium?
Right, so we got rid of Tiberium resource harvesting because we came out with this mobile base, basically. Really wanted to make gameplay a little more nimble, kind of get people away from a static base. We also wanted to open up real-time strategy and Command & Conquer, especially to some players who may not be as familiar with real-time strategy kind of core gameplay mechanics. So mobile base kind of got us away from having a harvester left behind at a Tiberium field. So we decided to get rid of that entirely, and a lot of us liked it because it kept the gameplay kind of fast and moving around a lot. The community has been clamoring to bring back some of the Tiberium harvesting, so we came up with this crystal capture mechanic, which instead of having a static place where one harvester is going after Tiberium crystals, now you have units going after Tiberium crystal trying to take it back to their deploy zone, which just adds a new strategy in how you're actually collecting and trying to protect your Tiberium. That collection of those crystals then gives you these upgrade points that can be leveraged to buy either teching up your army or buying new upgrades. When one teammate collects those Tiberium crystals, then all the team gets those points that they're going. They can leverage those independently. So you might have some people going to try and tech their armies up. Other people might be trying to go to, increase their range, increase their accuracy points, just specifically for their own units that they're controlling. So try and share that, to help people. Maybe one teammate has faster units that's going to be able to collect those Tiberium crystals. Everybody gets that benefit, while everybody else can focus on teching up and getting in and capturing those Tiberium control nodes.
Brilliant. And then finally, a question that's probably on a lot of people's lips. What's happening to the screen? Are we going to see them making a reappearance in Command & Conquer 4?
I'm sorry, I totally missed that word you'd said.
What happened to the screen? Are we going to see them reappear?
One more time, I'm totally not understanding. Now, obviously, there's 3 factions in Command & Conquer. Right now we're going out with GDI and Nod. The Skrin are sneaky. No idea when they might actually end up showing up. But right now it's strictly GDI and Nod.
Okay, cool. Mysterious answer there. Well, we'll leave it there. Thanks a lot for your time. Finally, what platforms are coming out on, and when is the game finally going to be released?
Game's going to be released in 2010. My guess is probably the earlier part of the year. And it is PC exclusive, so no plans for the console currently. Our core gamers are really on the PC, so we want to deliver the best experience we can on that platform.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot for your time.